back then? Or did you meet her after the
I didn't
Korean
meet
War?
her until I came back from Korea. I bought a four-family house. I wasn't even married. I wasn't married. Me and my father put my money together. We bought a four-family house, making to get some money. And then one day, I got out in 1952, October, the same 1 year, 2 years.
Spent 2 years in Korea.
No, 2 years in the service.
2 years in the service.
Training, we
Yep.
went to Japan and trained for 6 months.
Yep.
Then we went to Korea.
So how much time did you spend in Korea?
1 year.
1 year?
Just about 1 year.
What do you remember from being in Korea?
Well, to tell you the truth, it probably sounds funny, but I was never afraid.
Weren't afraid?
I remember when my first patrol, usually we go on patrol just before it gets dark.
Oh, well, that's
Go
not
towards
like
the enemy lines. And then we get there so far, and maybe a quarter of a mile from their front lines.
Wow.
Yeah, and we park ourselves, one squad, 9 people. We park ourselves off the valley on top of not on top, up on a hill.
Yep.
And they couldn't see us if they have to attack us.
Mm-hmm.
And it just so happens that we didn't have no lieutenant with us. Good thing.
Why is that?
Well, it's our first patrol, and if we try to keep out of harm's way, the sergeant would do that. And what happened after that is that we seen about 15 troops from the other side, North Koreans or Chinese, one or the other, one or the other. They're both in the war.
Mm-hmm.
They walked by.
They didn't see you?
No. We're on the top of there's a lot of vegetation.
Yep.
And everybody kept quiet, and they went by. Then the lookout went down the hill to look.
To make sure they weren't coming up the
That's
back?
right. No, it's just, yeah. So we parked ourselves there all night. I think it's from 8:30 at night until about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Where we were watching the moon.
To see what time it was?
No,
Or just...
I don't know how I think it was the moon. After it went so far, we know it's going to be daylight pretty soon,
Yep.
Well, yeah, people had watches too.
Yep.
But it was funny and we waited until there's light coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Who comes by the other way? The same people the same troops that went.
They came back.
Yeah.
They
So
must have
when
been
they come
scouting.
back-
They were scouting the other side.
Well, yeah. So they come back. We took off, come back home to our bunkers and stuff. It's one of those things. Why should we attack them, and then we can get wiped out?
Yeah. Because there was more of them than you guys.
Yeah, but we had the upper hand. We're on.
They had no idea where you were either.
They didn't know we were there, but we could have ambushed them without even having.
Why didn't you? Wasn't in the plan?
Because we had a sergeant instead of a lieutenant.
If
See,
the lieutenant
sergeant-
was there, you guys would have shot at them?
Probably. No, the lieutenant would say, yeah, get the machine set up and machine guns and kill them. But we didn't. The sergeant wants to leave them alone so they leave us alone too.
Yep.
I mean, it's not great to go killing people.
Yeah.
I mean, especially the first patrol.
Did your troop or squad or whatever, you guys shoot at people in other situations or no?
Oh yeah. Oh well.
I mean, you're on the front lines, but
Oh yeah.
not everyone in the service sees action.
The whole thing is that a lot of the action was before we got there.
Yep.
But then there was still Heartbreak Ridge and the Tryon Triangle. We weren't there, but
Weren't you there when the Chinese came across the border? You pushed them too far, or no?
No, we weren't. We weren't even in Korea. We weren't in Korea.
Where were you?
We were in Japan training.
And there was Koreans and Chinese there?
Not Japan. No, we're training in Japan.
Yeah.
You ever hear of Mount Fujiyama?
No.
Well, it's 40 miles inland, but from the boat you can see the top of the mountain because there's snow on here.
Yep.
We're training we're on the foothills.
Yep.
All tents. We're training to climb mountains and all that. go down
So when
gorges.
you actually got there, where were you?
We didn't get there until around okay, December. And,
So it was the winter.
the company, the captain got us all in outside and we just sat down and he wanted to have a speech with us. He told us that we got a Christmas present. We heading for Korea tomorrow morning. That's how quick we had to go there.
Wow.
Boy, after that, I didn't sleep that night. I got,
Nervous?
well, no, I just,
Anxiety?
we had a mate in Korea.
Or Japan, you mean?
I mean, Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, we did our training there, but at night sometimes or during the weekends we don't do much training. So if you want to go in town, little hamlet, small place, thatched hut, the house on it,
Yep.
But then when we got to Korea, we got in a boat.
Yep.
Had to go to Korea, which is around.
Did you go to what is it now, North Korea, or were you guys in South Korea?
No, they were in South Korea.
Yep.
Because they fought at the beginning of the war. We didn't have too many troops there.
Yep.
So they went all the way from the
Southern
between
tip
the
of-
boundary, North Korea and South Korea, all the way down about 500 miles, 400 miles.
Yep.
All the way down to the end of the end of the peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a big city called Busan.
Yep.
That's the port.
Yep.
And boy, all they had was, I'd say 60 square miles. That's all.
Wow.
And then the United States finally got troops going in. Train
Yep.
troop ships. It takes them 1 week to get there.
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus, that's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so then they pushed them. Eventually, they had enough troops where they can push them back, and then they invaded right where we landed, Incheon, several months later now.
Yep.
So the beginning, they landed in China, and then they trapped the North Koreans, and they all started heading north, back to North Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And they pushed them all the way back to the Yalu River, and that's between North Korea and China.
Yep.
China's a big country.
Mm-hmm.
And when they did that, I wasn't there then. I was
Yep.
still training.
So you got there after that.
Yeah, but see, when they got to near the Yalu River, guess what happened?
What happened?
The Chinese got into the war. They said they come down in millions of them.
Millions?
Oh, not millions, but it seemed like millions. Like
Just so many.
Oh,
It was
there's so
ridiculous.
many. They didn't have a chance. It's the middle of winter.
Yep. That's when they got pushed back.
Oh yeah, they pushed them back. All right, they had to go back. Everybody had to go back, trying to get down to Busan.
Yep.
That's the harbor. The ships come in. That's
Yep.
halfway
Before
up
they
the
all get killed.
Well, a lot of them got killed. A lot of them, they got snipers on the hills, and they were trying to get through the valley.